Welcome to Basic French Lesson 1. And what is the number one thing you want to be able to say in French? It's I. Yes. Me. I. In French it's je. Okay. And I'm running it down there for you. And it's either JE or J apostrophe, and we'll learn later on why there are two. So now you know how to say I, and but how would you say you? Well, there are two ways in French. There's a formal way and there's a familiar way, friendly way. We'll start with the friendly one. That's the one you use with people you know, friends of course, and it's tu. Tu, tu. Now the U sound, the U, is somewhat difficult for English speakers to say because you don't have that sound in English. So many English speakers will say tu instead of tu. They'll say tu. It works. You'll be understood most likely. So don't worry too much about making all those sounds. So now you know how to say I, and you know how to say you to a person you know or a friend too. Okay, so since we're working on the building blocks of the French language, you need building blocks to make sentences. So now we have a pronoun, I and you. We need a verb. Okay, and what is a verb? Well, in English, any verb is any word with the to in front of, to have, to be, to want, and we'll focus on those. To be, to have, and to want are very important. You need to know those, and certainly to be and to be or not to be, to be and to have. Okay. Those are very important because they're used for other things. They're used as so-called auxiliary verbs. For example, when you want to go to express past, you will need those. So how would you say I am? And that's je suis. Now, again, the U sound. Okay. Now it's not je suis, but that you will be understood if you say that. But it's je suis, and again it's short. Okay, don't most English speakers, when they try to speak French and they try to make all those foreign sounds, just overdo it, and it sounds like they're in pain or something. So the emphasis of my course is communication. Will you be understood or will you be misunderstood? Certainly you want to be understood, and if it means that you're speaking with a funny accent like me, it's fine. It's really communication, because you will learn. People will correct you and you will learn. That's how we learn, by making mistakes and being corrected from childhood. So I am is je suis. Okay. And how about you are? When it's you are, but we're talking about a friend here, not someone who you want to expect respect to. So a friend, somebody you know, and it's tu es. Okay, and it's spelled E-S-A. So the S is silent, and I want to point out here that the E sound here is different from the je. Remember je? That's the E is pronounced in French. That's the basic sound for the letter E. But depending on if there's an accent on it, or if it's followed by a letter, or if there's a letter in front of it, it changes the way it sounds. And that's why it makes it so, somewhat complicated. Again, don't worry about it. Just, you'll learn, because you'll have to use it, and if you say tu es, that means nothing in French. So tu es, well, you will be understood actually. It's incorrect, but that's better. So just try to remember it's tu es. Je suis, tu es. And that's a sentence. You have a subject and a verb. Doesn't mean much of anything, but now you can say something, because you can add your name. And for example, I will say I am Remy, and so now you can say I am blank, I am Robert, I am Jane, I am whatever. And so we've accomplished something. So we start small. That was the first lesson, and we'll build on that in our next lesson. And don't try to remember everything. Just go back, and then those videos, you can watch them again and again. And I will go over the same material over and over and over, and we'll try to build on that. So until the next lesson.